Hi, I'm Daniel, I'm a sleep physician, and if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. We've done it all wrong. Sleep diaries typically ask you to fill out what time you went to bed, how long it took you to fall asleep, how long you slept, how many times you woke up, etc., etc. It is making you focus on sleep when you should do the opposite. In this episode, we'll talk about how you should do a sleep diary the right way and how this is going to be actually super important. Welcome to episode 192 of the Insomnia Insight channel. Hope you're doing fantastic today. Listen, I had a big insight. I felt like a big insight this morning. I've been, lately more and more, I feel like the holy grail of getting over insomnia has to do with shifting attention. If you're new to the channel, all I talk about here is cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, And what is often the focus is like what's called sleep restriction or bedtime restriction and stimulus control, those like techniques. And those are important, but even more important is the C part of it, which is the cognitive portion of it. And really, I feel like the key thing is shifting attention. If you can get to a point where you don't think about sleep during the day, where you're preoccupied, busy, etc., then you are taking a big leap towards overcoming insomnia. Now, here's the insight. I was communicating with Zimi, and I had heard something Martin said about one of his clients, where Martin had asked this client of his to come up with 10 things he'd like to do, and then he just did one thing he'd like to do every day, and that was really, really helpful for him. And somehow I thought about sleep diaries, and if you're unfamiliar with this, it's like when you treat somebody with insomnia, a sleep diary is a big part of that. You ask that person to keep track of various things to see how they're doing, and it's also helpful to for that person doing it, you get more, you get insights from that sleep diary. But here's the thing, I think sleep diaries are focused on the wrong thing. Oftentimes when you see a sleep diary, it's all about sleep, meaning you're supposed to write down what time you went to bed, how long it took you to fall asleep, how many times you woke up, how much you slept, what time you woke up if you did, how long you were awake, how long you were awake after you fell asleep. That's one part. And also, did you drink coffee? What did you do just before you went to bed? And that part of it is all about it's supposed to have you figure out what's wrong. All of it, the entire sleep diary thing, is bringing attention to insomnia, which you don't want. You want attention away from insomnia. So I think that, yes, some things are good to keep track of, like what time you went to bed, get up, and how much you felt you sleep. That makes sense. But I believe the rest of sleep diary should be completely different. It should be have you planned to do something you enjoy tomorrow? What did you do that you enjoyed today? Where things like that. It should make you focus on doing something you enjoy. So I my own practice, I'm gonna change to sleep diaries, and I'm gonna start talking to people about how okay, I'm gonna teach you CBTI, but another big part of getting better is attention shifting. And as part of that, I'm gonna ask people name 5 things that you enjoy to do, or for the next 2 weeks, every day you have to come up with something that you enjoy doing. That's going to shift attention. As a matter of fact, here's a challenge to you. Anybody out there that's listening here, jump on board, send me an email. Tell me what you're going to do for the next 10 days, let's say. Come up with something that you enjoy that you're going to do for the next day. It doesn't have to be different. It's every day I'm going to do this thing that I enjoy. And the more, the better, or you can do variety, I'm going to do this on this day, this on this day, and then send me an email, and I'm going to help. I'm going to keep track. I'm going to hold you accountable. This is super important. And Zimi, who I've been talking to a lot lately, she just emailed me this morning with a list of over the next 7 days. She's going to go to a museum. She was going to spend time with a friend. She was going to go to not a concert, I think it was a show or something like that. And I'm going to check in with her, make sure she does that. I believe shifting attention is super, super important. And I believe this new sleep diary, a strategy is super important. And I'm super happy to hold you accountable. I hope you buy into it. I really think it's important. I said that like 9 times, I know, but I felt that this was an insight to me, and I hope you feel the same way. And stay in touch. Leave a comment. Like the videos, subscribe, or email me Daniel@insomniainsight.co. Hope to have you back here real soon. Bye bye.